7 countries choosing the yuan over the dollar. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency, but not everyone in the world likes this fact. Their reasons may be different, but the outcome is always the same. Here are some examples. 1. Russia is tying its economy to the yuan. Russia has faced sweeping Western sanctions. Half of Russia's $640 billion foreign currency reserves have been frozen. It can't trade in dollars or euros. Russia's foreign exchange is now 39% yuan. That's more than its trade in dollars. Moscow is now replenishing its reserves in yuan. It will be buying $200 million worth of yuan monthly. 2. Brazil is urging its partners to abandon the dollar. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva is no fan of the U.S. In April, he paid a state visit to China where he said,
"Why can't we do trade based on our own currencies? Who was it that decided that the dollar was the currency after the disappearance of the gold standard?"
Lula is urging BRICS countries to adopt a different currency. Brazil's central bank is already snapping up the yuan. It's now second only to the dollar in Brazil's foreign reserves. A year ago, the second place was firmly held by the euro. 3. Argentina has agreed to pay for Chinese imports in yuan. The announcement was made on April 26. Argentina has always used dollars to pay for foreign imports, but the country is trying to hold on to its dollar reserves. Spending them has led to inflation and devalued the peso. Argentina aims to pay $1 billion worth of imports with the yuan. Afterward, it will pay around $790 million worth of monthly imports in yuan. 4. Iran has no other choice. Iran is the role model for Russia. The country has been heavily sanctioned for years. It started accepting yuan for its oil exports to China in 2012. In February 2023, Tehran and Beijing reached a new deal. They aim to use the yuan and the Iranian rial for all bilateral trade. Iran has also linked up with Russia's payment system. It's now using the ruble as well. 5. Bangladesh uses yuan to trade with Russia. Russia is building a nuclear power plant in Bangladesh. The deal initially envisioned paying in dollars, but sanctions have made this impossible. Russia demanded to be paid in rubles, but this was not possible for Bangladesh. In April 2023, the two nations reached an agreement. Bangladesh will pay Russia an equivalent of $318 million in yuan. 6. Malaysia wants to create an Asian monetary fund. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim recently said,
"There is no reason for Malaysia to continue depending on the dollar."
Malaysia has launched talks with China to deal with it. They want to form an Asian monetary fund. For now, they've agreed to use their national currencies in bilateral trade. Malaysia also hopes to get Japan on board. 7. China is obviously happy about it all. China is willing to accept any currency in payments, but it's increasingly pushing for the yuan to be used in oil trade. At present, this sector is completely dominated by the dollar, but Russia has been selling its crude oil to China for yuan. With a stronger dollar, oil contracts become more expensive. China wants to delink the petrol market from the US dollar. Do you think it will work?